Hello everybody, my name is Ross Honey from Angling Spirit. I'm a Lowrance ambassador and I've got some great equipment on the boat that I go out and use. Love going out fishing and looking forward to those big fish like everybody. But anyway, I thought it'd be useful to let you have a quick look at the equipment I've got on the boat and how I use it, and some of the other features that the equipment has got that those of you that are either looking to get Lowrance equipment or have indeed got it, so you can actually see what to do with it and how to use it, because really there is so much it can do, and probably most people only use probably 15 to 20% of what it can do. So there's some great features on there, so let's have a look at them and see what we can do and how I use it when I go out fishing. One of the first things I need to know is where I'm going to be going for the day. So the charts I've got in the system, I've got within the unit here, I've got two charts. I've got the C-map chart and I've also got an avionics chart. Because I've got a full network on the boat, I've got other units that have got the smaller memory cards in, so if I need to download anything or move anything from there. But it's really simple on these units. There's the two cards in there, and then on the other units there's something similar for that. So currently I've got the C-map chart in. You can see the areas there. If I wanted to go to the avionics chart, simply click on that, and that then flicks over to the avionics chart. So it's really easy to do, really simple to do. Now, one thing you can see here is all the lines, all the routes. I kind of like to do that so I can see where, particularly for when I'm drifting and what's going on there. But if I wanted to get rid of those, all I need to do is go into settings, and then when you then come into chart, and then what you've got here is you've got the different displays. So waypoints on, routes on, trails on, waypoints, trails and routes. So if you want to switch those on or switch them off, so if I want to switch off the waypoints, trails and routes, you can do that all in one go. Alternatively, you can do that in different parts. So you can turn off the trails and then the waypoints. The other things that you've got within this setup as well is it shows fuel used, and so that's really useful when you're starting to monitor the different elements of how far your boat's actually going, and also the conditions you're driving it in. So going back to the main menu itself, so having come out of that, you can go back to the different settings here, the system controls. Now by doing that, all you need to do is hit this little button, which is the on-off button, and this means you can get to settings again from there. So it's the same, come out of that, into there. Brightness, easy up and down with that. But there's also another way you can do that. There's a quick way of doing that. So if I clear that, get rid of that, you can turn that up and down there. But if you hit this button here, which is the on-off button, several times, you can turn that quickly. It's almost like a shortcut on how to do that. So the other things that this is actually really good for as well is editing overlays. So let's say, let me take you through to come out of that just quickly, and I'll come into the different setups that we've got here. So where I've already got some of these preset, so these are all the preset charts and things, or preset settings. I've got always a fish that's gone up there. What you can do here is you then come into here and then adjust splits on the overlay. So let's say I'm wanting to see more of that area there on the sonar and less of the side scan and the 3D structure scan and the chart. Simply all you do is you literally just adjust that accordingly, and then hit save, and that's all done. So it really is very quick, very intuitive on how to do that. We haven't got much water in the marina at the moment because you can see the fish. So there's all sorts of things you can do with this as well. So another thing which is really cool, you see the video function on there. Well, on the back of the HDS Live units, this is a 16-inch unit, you can see the different areas you can put the cables and things. So you've got the NEMA network, you've got the sonar that's going in there. Now what I've got is an HDMI lead and a function that goes in here. So if I plug that into there, which fits in there, and then turn that back round this way, what I'm able to do is plug my phone into there. I've got an iPhone, so it'll plug onto there. That then connects in, and whatever I'm looking at on my phone, I can see on here. So I can convert this effectively into a TV screen. You can also plug in underwater cameras to it, so it's really, really cool. So there's lots of different things you can do with this. Another area which is actually worth looking at is the info button. When you hit the info button, it's really helpful. You can see the state of the tide, where we are. You see the orange line here. So that where the tide is just starting to come up here at the moment. So this is really useful, and this logs on to wherever you are out on the water or whatever you're doing. Really important to particularly as here in Emsworth, where there's a sill and you need to make sure you get back in before the water drops. So trip, another good thing here. So this is getting ready for the next trip out. So if I go to previous trips, look, that trip 646 nautical miles, 59.21 hours. So it's got all the information on there. So it's the trip average was 10.9 knots. Trip maximum, it's got the different speeds that you've got on there. That's 72 knots, that's pretty fast actually. But anyway, so lots of different features, really intuitive, but lots more things you can do with this. But finally, one thing that is really important to do when you've got one of these systems is come to make sure your system's updated all the time. So what I've done here, and you're running the latest software, you come down to here, you go to advanced, and you've got the different features you put in there, and then from there, that's if you want to check those. If you go to about, this actually shows what version you're running. So 22.1 is the current version that's in here at the moment, running through there. So support, click on that, check system for updates, and that will then go through and make sure it shows you the last time it was checked, and it shows that I've got one update at the moment. Currently I'm running version 1.15, and available version is 2.2, and that's on the NAIS system we've got. So lots of things to do, really simple, really intuitive, and all there to help you keep safe out on the water and catch more fish.